Hello. Hi, guys. Guess who's eating breakfast? I'm here. I'm here. I'll. How are we doing? It's just a bowl of cereal. I don't know if that qualifies as a meal. Ah. Mm-hmm. 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 Wow. How's everyone doing this morning while I tend to breakfast? Just saying, fair enough. And I'm simultaneously trying to eat breakfast but also sort stuff out. I'm mildly annoyed. I'll explain in a sec. There are noises occurring outside. I'm out of a safari mode? What? How am I out of safari balls? Ah, there. Go, reported. It's like that voice that pops up Spotify if you're not premium. Yeah. Want a break from the ads? Want a break from the ads? Morning! Sorry, this is breakfast stream. Be with you in a moment. I don't assume that thumping is somebody doing something in a garden somewhere. Oh, I did the Tornadus quest. I have a Tornadus now. Neat. Wow, his stats are so mid. With the IV reroll, that guy. Almost done, guys. I wanna leave. Dang it! My quest is to catch Pokemon with Safari Balls, and I'm out of Safari Balls. I'm also out of quests to get more Safari Balls. Curses. Okay. I wanna leave. Alright. Alright, two things. Rinse out my bowl, get some water for the cake dish, and then start.
This is my hell and I cannot escape. He talks about girls and his trip to France. It feels like my body's being eaten by ants. I get a spam call from the cable company.
I'm sorry, I gotta take this. It's a one-time offer, and they give me 10% off a dish if I order at the same time as the cable, and if I connect it to my Wi-Fi. Stop. Do you wanna go home? This party is great, but it's 7:08, and I just gotta go, go, go. It's Saturday night. I just wanna have fun. So many beautiful people, and I didn't talk to a single one. So many beautiful people singing. We're all having fun. Beautiful people singing. We won't stop until we see the sun. Everybody's singing, but I see one singing a different song. Why they stop? I really wanna go home, and all these beautiful people are making me feel
There we
like
go.
an ugly little gnome. I feel the same way. Really? Yeah, I hate parties. I hate them too.
Oh, I haven't got any spare kitchen towel. Hang on, I have to go downstairs.
I got my face stuck in this big bear head, and you and your friends just started dancing around me. Oh my god, I hate it when that happens. It
Happens to me almost every day.
Dude, do you want to hang out?
We could, or we could stand at opposite ends of this party, stare at our phones for half an hour, and then
Hi,
look at each other
Cole.
again.
I'm here in a second. I hate how close I is to enter. I? I? On the keyboard? I isn't close to enter.
Oh, thank God, a cat. The cat's dead. No, he's all right. He's all right.
If I don't get any more attention, I'll set myself on fire!
Okay. Kitchen towel. Fresh kitchen towel. Right, time to visit Cheeto. Or burnt pizza crust, apparently.
Yes.
Bah. chair, cushion, quote unquote, bundled up clothing. Turkish keyboard, L and I are separate letters. Cheese. Yes. So, it's been, I think, actually about 2 weeks since I've actually done any mini painting. Because after the convention, I needed to catch up on sleep. And then the week after that, I had an awful cold. And I needed sleep. So we haven't done morning streams in ages. Which has led to two things. The first thing is my dad has 3D printed me a new paint stand. It is larger and has a bit bigger surface area, so there is more for me to grasp onto. It's pretty nice, because I was having the problem with the previous one that he was falling off. This was the last one, and he was falling off, and there's not as much for me to grab. So, my dad has 3D printed a new one. Larger, wider top, more to hold on to. He also did, this was version, I guess if this was version 1. In version 1, we got version 2, which has grippies on the top and is longer. And then we have version 2 for larger minis, because this is good for small minis, because that's how big they are. So I can just hold them like that. And this is for bigger minis, like this guy. Look how exact my dad got that. Look how exact that is. And also because my dad is he printed this. This has a hole. These both have holes underneath them, so that they can slot on this stand and sit on the table. And they have enough clearance that they can spin. Very clever, my dad is. So that's a bit nice. So we got a new mini stand. It cost 1 cup of tea to my dad, which is a darn sight better than spending like £10 at Games Workshop. Not to call people out, but yeah. I'm trying not to be sick, it won't go away. Spook can tell you this, colds linger with me. They linger. And it sucks. Like, I'll generally be okay, but I'll have like a bit of a sniffle or a minor cough for like months. They linger. So yeah, it's been 2 weeks since I've seen this boy. I kind of feel like maybe I want to put more red on him. But the main thing I'm going to do today is probably his base. And I've got some special stuff for that I'm going to try using. I've not really used it before. But I feel like you could do with a little bit more red, because I feel like the best looking areas are like around here and here and here, where we have a bit more red in, and then at the front and on this back it's like brown straight into yellow with a bit of orange, but there's not a lot of red. Is the volume okay on the music, by the way? I just realised that I accidentally turned it up and I probably shouldn't have done that. It might be drowning me out. Twitch just sent me an email so they reviewed the report and determined a violation of TOS in the bot. Let's go! Let's go! Report those suckers! They probably said the same to me because I also... Yeah. We've received your report! Thank you for submitting your report. Ugh. That was quick. Oh yeah, they action quite quickly because it's very obvious. You know, it's really obvious as much as it's obvious to us. Of like, oh, a first-time chatter who says, "Here, get more views by clicking this link." It's like so obvious, it's stupid. It's like, what? I genuinely wonder how many people do actually click those links because it's so obviously fake. It's stupid. Man, I've been saying for a long time that I haven't been in VR as much, but virality and meeting a bunch of lovely people has definitely sort of rekindled a bit more of a love and a fascination for it. Like, I want to go in VR more. Unfortunately, my busyness hasn't changed. I've spent the last two evenings video editing, and the video is still not edited. So we'll be doing that later today. Yeah, cool, I'm out of Safari Balls. I've run out of Safari Balls and I'm out of quests to get more. I still have 35. Yeah, pretty much when I'm streaming, every time I've seen an event spawn, I've used a Safari Ball. Which is why I now have a Tornadus. But I'm out of Safari Balls, and I'm also out of quests to get more Safari Balls, and I'm like, well, shit. I do not have Tornadus, I'm on Hisuian Bravery. I mean, I can see, like, because I'm ahead of you, I can see the quest, like, chain. Hisuian Bravery was 15, and then at 20 there is a bag of Evolution Stone bag. At 25 there is a Park Ball, so I should be using Park Balls. And at 30 is a Tornadus. How do you get Safari Balls? From quests. If you go into the quest tab on the little thing down the bottom, you don't have to redeem them. Once you complete a quest, the item is just given to you. So if you see any green quests, then you have the thing. At which point you should check your inventory. So if you've got Safari Balls from quest, you should check your inventory and probably use them. Because the whole gimmick behind Safari Balls is that they're for catching event Pokemon. So once the event is over, imagine. I have 14 Park Balls. That's worth remembering. There aren't any quests for catching stuff with Park Balls, but Park Balls have a higher shiny chance. I should use those on event Pokemon that I like. There's currently mystery quests. Tell a lie. There's 3 mystery quests to get more Safari Balls, but they're all question marks, so I don't know what I have to do for them. One of them I've done 1 of 3 of. So, who knows? Check out their thing, see what it is. Mystery missions. Win a stadium public battle with 6 rock type Pokemons without duplicates. What the fuck? Trade 1 Pokemon with 9 IVs or lower. That's not very high. And miss 3 rock type Pokemon. Okay, that one isn't too hard. So I've already done one of that. I can never do battles. I just let myself out of my apartment. No, are you serious? No, Core, please tell me you're joking. Oh my god. Really cool. Please tell me it wasn't because you were trying to pay attention to the stream. I walked out the door to go to the store, and as I turned around I realised I forgot the keys. Oh, what am I supposed to do now? I mean, thank God you've got your phone. So that means you can at least do something. Imagine getting locked out of your house but you don't have a phone. Is there anything you can do? Is there like a landlord you can call for your apartment? I'm dressed, I have my wallet, but I still have nobody to get me back in till like 12. That sucks, Core. He's a lot more orange now, but I do think that is better. Right, time to get out an interesting tub of stuff. Wherever that is. I'm also gonna need my thieves' tools. Where are you? Where is tub of stuff? There is tub of stuff. Tub of stuff. They're on holiday. There's a spare key for the main door so I can get back to the building, so I'm gonna just head to the store. Okay. Well, at least that's something. Yeah, I guess, like, you might as well go do the job that you were gonna go do in the hopes that when you get back, somebody's there. Yikes. Alright, what do I want to use? You, I think. I think this one is always my default. Got a bunch of stuff on it. And that's actually the correct term. It's got a bunch of dried green stuff on the end. Okay. Let's see how this is gonna go. Mmm. Delicious. I'm really annoyed that the tablet is like auto-turning itself off when I'm trying to read chat. What's the event on Friday? I haven't picked! If anybody has, you know, suggestions, I am open to them. I think I've made it very clear that I struggle to think of a new game every week. And so we end up playing the same things over and over, but I guess the important thing is that people are fine with that. Hi, Dan! Rathalos? I don't know, it feels weird to do Final Fantasy the day after Final Fantasy. Even though we do have eight people in the community who would probably do that. Although PK isn't here, because he's on holiday. What about you then? Do you have anything you'd like to play on Friday? Who's Your Daddy? Oh, Who's Your Daddy is a game. Oh, yes, it is. Wait, yes, I forgot. Yeah, that's a game, isn't it? How much is it? Does it go over to my Steam? Dan, I thought you were just saying Who's Your Daddy in chat. I thought you were just saying it. I'm so dumb. I'm so sorry. £6? I could probably stretch to that. Everyone would have to buy it, though. They don't do a friend pass. That sucks. It's £6. It's about £6, but everybody would have to buy it, which is the main problem with me nights of like picking games that either a lot of people already own or that are free. It's everything you are. It's all I wanna be. I'm in love with a fox boy on the internet. That's weird, but it's true. I won't give up. I won't give up on you. Sounds weird, but it's true. I don't even know your name. I've got a lot of like 4-player games, but some of which are very fun. We haven't done Jackbox in forever, so there is that. Only a telegram message away. Baby, you matter much to me. 'Cause everything you are is all I wanna be. I'm in love with a fox boy on the internet. Sounds weird, but it's true. No, I won't give up. No, I won't give up on you. So, can I actually search on Steam for games that are like 8-player or 8-player plus? I have the brain of a sieve because everybody is always telling me new games and then I forget them. Let me just do an app. So, at events. Question 1. Who's going to be playing this Friday? Question 2. What would people like to play? You can react to the questions. That would help me a lot because then I can just see a tally. Also, I have a cup of tea here that I haven't been drinking. But react to question 1 and respond to question 2. Wow. Because this is the thing, as the streamer, I try to not do the same thing over and over. But as the community, if you guys want to play the same things over and over, I'm fine with that. I definitely want to play games with you, Dan. I feel like we don't get to very often. But if you're busy, that's understandable.
Someone's always playing corporation games. Who cares? They're always changing corporation names. We just wanna dance here. Someone stole the stage. They call us irresponsible. Write us off the page. Marconi plays the
It's a little bit too much, I think.
It's just another Sunday in a tired old street. Police have got the chokehold, but we just lost the beat. Who counts the money underneath the bar? Who rides the wrecking ball into our guitars? Don't tell us you need us, 'cause we're the ship of fools, looking for America, coming through your school.
Trying to get this around his paw.
Tony plays the mumba, listen to the radio, don't you remember, we built this city, we built this city on rock and roll. We built this city, we built this city on rock and roll. Built this city, we built this city on rock and roll. Built this city, we built this city on rock and roll. Built this city, we built this city on rock and
Right, I am probably going to have to go grab another mini to start working on because this takes a long time to dry. It is a paste and it has to be left, probably overnight. So my thought is, I put this rock paste on. I let it dry. I paint over it with some black and brown. And in the gaps in between, I paint the lava. That is the theory. I have never done this before in my life. I don't know what that's a ref to, it just kind of popped into my head. Hot lava. Hot magma is a reference. I believe that's an... Is that an Austin Powers one? I don't remember what it's a reference to. Magma. I need everybody to know that I feel shitty when I can't remember stuff, and I'm really sorry if anybody ever says anything and I forget it. It makes me feel so shitty. Someone's having a big old balk today. As long as you don't forget we love you. Aww. The best one to eat for you? What? Want the best? Alright. Oh, why you gotta be so sweet? Why are you so nice? You're gonna make me cry like I did in the birthday stream in VR. It's like, oh, everybody's so nice, I'm just a person and I don't know what I did to deserve this, so thank you. that the only time? No! No, you guys have made me cry on stream a lot. And you think you have a problem.
I'm taking back the crown. I'm all dressed up and naked. I see what's mine and take it. Oh yeah, for a crown. So close I can taste it. I see what's mine and take it. Oh yeah. Hotel kings are ruling castles. Welcome to my world of fun. Liars settle into sockets. Flip a switch and watch them run. I'm taking back the crown. I'm all dressed up and naked. I see what's mine and take it. Oh yeah, for a crown. So close I can taste it. I see what's mine and take it.
Okay, I think that the rocks are there. Hi, Rosa! Oh, there was a Pidgeot. God damn it, I like Pidgeot. I would have used a thingy ball on that. I was concentrating. What did I miss? Speaking of nice things, I think Den did something earlier. Did she? Oh no! Did I miss out on something? Now I feel bad again! I admit what Blue said before, English is not enough to describe things. Language is... Ah! I think the rocks are done. So he's got to sit and dry for a very long time. So I guess I'm going to go in the other room and pick out what the next mini is going to be. And we're going to probably prime it and maybe base code it? I don't know. Oh yeah, and that's also the thing I got mildly annoyed about. Not to rant on stream, but I'm gonna rant on stream. I had a can of spray primer that I used, and I left it downstairs by the back door because you want to use that stuff outside. It's an aerosol spray. You want to use that stuff outside. Now, my mother loves to clean, even in a house that is not hers. And because it's been 2 weeks, I've not needed my spray primer for 2 weeks. And when I came this morning to be like, oh, I might need the primer because I might be moving on to a new Mini, guess what's not there anymore? And I'm sure that it's probably a natural thought of like, oh, it's by the back door, so it probably needs to go in the bin. But you shouldn't throw away stuff that's not yours! And this is an argument I have had with my mother for my entire life. And Spook can agree with this. This is an argument I've had with my mother my entire life. She is a compulsive cleaner. I thought you were going to say she's tidied it away. Oh, I looked. I think it's been thrown. I have looked. My primer, my spray primer and my spray varnish were both kept next to the back door because you need to use them in a ventilated space / outside. And now they're not there, and I couldn't find them anywhere. Because my stupid ADHD brain hasn't needed them for 2 weeks. So I've just not thought about it. I thought she tried to use it as cleaner, not realising what it was. My mum knows how to read. My mum knows how to read. No, it's been 2 weeks that we've had our bins emptied, so it's gone. So I've got some paint primer, so I can prime a new Mini, but I prefer using the spray primer because it does it quickly and it doesn't even coat, and I can even do things in batches if I need to. So I prefer having spray primer, and it's gone. It's just irritating. Like, again, Spook's not here, so he can't confirm, but for me, it's not the loss of the primer and the spray that is the irritating thing. It is my mother's continual need to clean and tidy things that are not hers. And I've had this problem my whole life. And also my mother's insistence that throwing away is the same as tidying. You're like, no, don't just throw stuff away. You don't know if it's needed. Anyway, that's a rant. I'm gonna go look for a new Mini. Give me 5 minutes. Let's try this. I've grabbed a person. Keep a rule to whack her on the knuckle every time she clears your house. No, I'm not going to do that. I've grabbed a person. And this is a Mini that has been, as you can see, pre-primed, but I know from experience that after being primed and left for 2 years, this primer will now be a dud, so I'm going to re-prime it. But she's already based up and had texture stuff put on her base, so I don't have to worry about that. Knock the camera. A chunk of blue tack off of this one because it had too much on it anyway. You think I haven't told her to stop? You know what she does then? She sulks. Like I'm the problem. Anyway, I've got to get new primer and spray varnish. I didn't mention that. It was 2 cans. It was the primer and the varnish spray. Both of them are missing. Let her sulk, it's your house. Yeah. Even Dad tells her off. Sometimes I'll come upstairs when they've come to visit because I'm just like, oh, I just need the bathroom or something. And I'm washing my hands in the bathroom afterwards. And I can hear Dad downstairs going, stop that. And I'm like, she's cleaning again. That's what I mean. She's a compulsive cleaner. Compulsive. She can't help it. A lot of people like that. My mother is the same. Yeah. And Spook's mom. Is it just a mom thing? I hope I don't become like that when I have kids. Right, you I'm gonna put over there. Hopefully you don't topple over. You look like you're gonna topple over. I'll leave you on the stand. My mum will get aggravated at any inconvenience, throw a tantrum and go away and then come back all happy and smiles like nothing happened, does my nutting. Oh my god, it drives me crazy as well. Right, well, you're getting a double priming. I guess if I was sensible and I had the stuff, since I know the primer is bad, I suppose I would should remove it with, like, some alcohol cleaner or something. I know that's something you can do. I'm not going to, though. I don't have it. So yeah, it's a problem I've had all my life, and Spook knows this. Spook legitimately, bless him, once. I had messaged him once when I was like when I was a teen. I must have been like 8. I guess I was 18 or 19. And I once messaged him once in tears about the fact that Mum had thrown stuff out again. And bless him, he drove over in the evening without telling anyone, grabbed the bin bag that had been left on the street, and went through it and found out the thing that my mum had thrown away. Spook is the best person ever, and I won't hear anyone say otherwise ever. Okay, well, I think she is sufficiently reprimed. I'm going to clean the brush before the primer goes and dries on the brush. Either that or speak to someone about OCD. My mum is not like that, but my aunt is sure is because of her OCD. She doesn't throw things away though, so she does it a lot. And she did it with my brother too. Like me and my brother both know that this is a problem. Clean brush. Anyway. Yes, anyway. If anything's left around instead of putting it away, she just bins it. There's probably like a 50% chance that it is thrown away. Ah, shit, I've got primer on my clothes. Uh-oh, that's not good. Hang on, I gotta clean that immediately.
Listen, and Clopin will tell you. It is a tale of a man and a monster. Dark was the night when our tale was begun on the docks near Notre Dame. Shut up, will you? Four frightened gypsies slid silently under the docks near Notre Dame. But a trap had been laid for the gypsies, and they gazed up in fear and alarm at a figure whose clutches were iron as much as the
Okay, I got it off. I got it off.
Judge Claude Fool longed to purge the world of vice and
Next time there are leave dishes in the sink or dirt on the floor to distract you from the rest of the house.
corruption.
I don't think you understand what compulsive means. If I leave dirty dishes in the sink, they'll be washed in 5 minutes and she'll move on to the next thing. Anyway. Anyway, as in code 4, let's move on. A few bubbles in here, let me go through and pop those. And again, I have to reiterate as well, I do love my mother very much. I would say I have a good relationship with her. I know a lot of people don't have good relationship with their mothers. I can probably name about 3 of them, but I'm not going to. But everybody has flaws. So, yes, as much as I complain, I'm very fortunate that I do have a good relationship. Ugh. When was the first time you played VR chat? It was like November 2021, I think? Or was it 2020? It was around pandemic time. It might have been 2020. Do I have the photo? Do I have the oldest photo saved? Because the thing is, I started playing VR chat not on my computer, but on my dad's.
And for one time in his life of power and control.
I think it was 2021. The oldest photo I have is 2022. But that would have been on this computer.
Care for the child and raise it as your own. And the fool gave the child a cruel name.
So I guess it was 2021.
Quasimodo. Shame is a riddle to guess if you can sing the bells of Notre Dame. Who was the monster and who is the man? Sing the bells.
Yeah. I believe it was November 2021. 3 to 4 years, yes. And the first 6 months, I didn't have my own headset. The headset was technically my dad's. So I could go in VR once every 2 weeks, roughly, because that was how often I would go visit. But once I made friends in VR chat, I wanted to keep talking with them, so I would often go in desktop mode to talk. Because, you know, it's VR chat, so I would go in to chat with people. So yeah, once I made some friends, I would join in desktop mode, just so I could speak and hang out with them. Okay. I think we're done with the priming. 3 to 4 years. Yeah, 3 to 4 years. On and off. As with any game, you get periods of not playing it and then periods of coming back to it. So I've had a lengthy period of not playing it, and I'm getting the vibe of maybe wanting to go back to it some more now, especially now I have a new headset. Just stood here thinking, how do I want to tackle this? I haven't even thought what colours I want to do with this. So it's just an old lady. I suppose we should get some flesh colour put on her face and hands. Any recommendations for the best experience of VR chat? What do you mean when you say best experience? It depends what you're after. It's a very sandbox type of game and experience. It depends what you're after. If you're after meeting people and just talking, then you go to Public Worlds and meet people. This is tanned flesh? I think I want to use pale. I have a pale flesh paint. Somewhere. Pale flesh. First player. If you're in desktop mode, then again, if you haven't got anyone to specifically hang out with, because it is a social game at the end of the day, and you'd mainly want to go hang out with people, so you'll want to go to public worlds that have people in them and try to meet new people. Or you could try to like go to public game lobbies and make friends that way through playing games together. Because there are games which you obviously saw us playing, like Blackout and the Laser Dome and stuff like that. So you could just go into it, because like, you know how we were chatting with people in like the Laser Dome lobby. We moved on just because we wanted to do a variety of stuff, but we could have stayed there and we probably would have ended up making friends with those people, because obviously we would get to chatting in between rounds and stuff. Because like there are like movie worlds and video worlds where you can sit and watch things, which is fine, but I'm always like, you're not going to be talking to new people and making new friends doing that. That is definitely something you'll be doing with pre-existing friends. Of like, let's watch a movie together. You always just play desktop version if you don't want to put out for a headset. Yes, this is correct. Desktop version is fine. I use desktop version, as I said, for a while. Because the headset that I tried it out with was not mine. So for every 2 weeks I could go play in VR mode. But I would just go in desktop mode because that was where people would be. It would, you know, because the people that I wanted to talk to were in VR chat, they wouldn't be in like a Discord call or they had a Discord server, but the Discord server was, hey, are you in VR chat? So if I wanted to talk with them and hang out with them, I would have to go into VR, and I wanted to do that, so I would go in desktop mode. I think I watered this down too much.
Between the random man that had shouted at me on the street and myself.
The fuck is that? Who's speaking right now? Shut up.
I regret that I'd lost my temper.
I apologize for shouting in anger.
But my hopes were through genuine discourse we could dissolve the tension that had grown between us.
Ask a question, make it surprisingly genuine. Do you feel
Sorry, fallen out the habit of having the camera.
Don't react, don't retract, but don't attack. There's only one rule from here on out. Keep eye contact.
Yeah. And say this week we'll do a non-VR game. I feel next week we will do a VR hangout. I think I'll avoid VR chat until I feel comfortable speaking English in public and not in a family house. Right, fair enough.
Hello? Who's speaking?
That is understandable.
You are me. We are Louis.
I don't care. Why is... Oh my god, what did you do to him?
I am Louis. I am Louis. I am Louis. I was beginning to feel...
No beginning to...
I always want people to feel comfortable.
Demonic possession. Louis was meant to resolve conflicts. You're just creating more pain.
I believe VR chat does have a chat box function.
And this is your house, is it?
I'm not 100% sure there are non-English VR places. Oh yeah, there are.
You have invoked Louis within your own mind, and for that there is no content too niche, no reference too obscure, no logical progression of joke too stupid and absurd. With thine eyes we see all, every conceivable past, every possible future, and every 12-year-old neo-Nazi, female bodybuilder, ultra-Zionist, and Westboro Baptist member that dares meet our gaze shall join our fold. Assure it to yourself, shall be Louis.
I was beginning to feel...
Deal with conflict, treat them kind. Hold their soul and bend their mind. You can set up your own rhyme. When you see through all space and time, you're in charge, you can do it. Get Louis through it.
I only opened it a few times, so I don't know. Yeah, that's fair. It's fine. It's fine. It is intimidating. Like it was curiosity that drove me, but I'll admit if I hadn't met Chaotix in that like first world instance, I probably wouldn't have gotten into VR chat and VR. Because I did spend half an hour sort of wandering around by myself, being a little bit too shy to talk to people. And just being like, oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. And I went to a public furry world that had public avatars, so that I went to the Fur Hub, which is quite a well-known VR chat world in the furry community. I went to Fur Hub to look for an avatar, which is where I found the leggy. And then I was hovering around, and I was like, I don't know what to do. And then eventually I tried to be a bit brave, and I spoke to someone who was wearing a Legiana avatar, which is a Monster Hunter monster. And I tried to go up and be like, oh, cool, I really like Legiana, it's one of my favourite monsters, I think it's really cool. Oh, you like Monster Hunter? And we were trying to get talking with that. Ironically, I did not end up becoming friends with that person. I don't know where they are, or who they are. Because during that conversation, they were just like, how you doing? I'm like, oh, this is my first time in VR, so I'm kind of getting used to it, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. At which point, a certain green dog turned up and went, hello, you said it's your first time in VR? So I heard you speaking and I thought, I need to be friends with that person. And that was Chaotix. And the rest, as you say, is history, and now we've made a video game together. I haven't spoken in a while with Chaotix now, which is a shame. I should message him after stream and just be like, hey bud, how's things? Just checking how this is drying. I think it's okay. Might prod that into place a little bit more. Chaotix streams on his own Discord server. He like streams in the channel rather than like streaming on Twitch. VR noob must be check a little bit. We became fantastic friends, and I met a bunch of other people through Chaotix, like Bart. then I got into VR chat, and then I started to like. At the time, Chaotix was streaming, and he was streaming VR chat, and so I watched some of his streams, and then that got me into sort of watching VR chat content on Twitch, and then I in fact discovered a bunch of other furries, and that was when that was pretty much when I sort of realized that I was actually going to get into the furry fandom, because like I said, I've liked furry stuff for like pretty much all my life. I've always enjoyed like the characters and stuff, you know, like Disney movies and the artwork and stuff, but I never engaged with the fandom because I already knew the fandom had this sort of reputation. But I always took it with a pinch of salt because having existed on Tumblr, I was like, you can't trust stuff like that. And that was I distinctly remember saying that literally like January 2022, so 2 months after I had gotten into VR chat and met Chaotix and stuff. I remember January 2022 was literally, I said to people, I went, fuck it, I'm actually embracing being in the furry community, in the furry fandom properly, and it was kind of like when I came out, everybody sort of just went, yeah, we know, Blue, and I was like, you have to say it like that. I feel like I want to give her like maybe like a purple kind of robe, but like a very dark, faded, like desaturated, like almost grey, like grey with a hint of purple. Ghost Pokemon will now appear. I have to remember I have those particles if anything I want to spawn, so I really wish I had used one on that Pidgeot. I would love a shiny Pidgeot. Shiny Pidgey was my first ever shiny. Right. I know from experimentation that the best way for me to break a bright purple is to use the neon pink. But I don't want a bright purple, so I'm just going to try using the red and the blue. Person who stylizes themselves as a wolf is furry. Oh my god, how did that happen? I know. That's the thing, I'd had a wolf avatar forever. I just hadn't engaged with the fandom like I do now. I was very much just like a solo practitioner sort of thing. So that was kind of what I meant of like, I'm gonna embrace it this year. It was more like, oh, I'm actually gonna like interact with people and talk to them about it. And now look at me. Because would you believe, when I streamed back then, I streamed as a hobby, not as a job. I had my webcam on all the time. I didn't know what a VTuber was. VTubing was, I think it did exist, but it was very new. In 2021, 2022. Because I feel like VTubing has been around for a while, but it very much sort of blossomed and became quite normal around the time of the pandemic. Chaotix said hi. Oh, bless. You didn't have to message him on my behalf. I said I'm probably going to message him after stream just to see how he's doing. I miss him. I miss him! Put some white in this in an attempt to desaturate it. Send them the clip. Oh, you. Let's. Look at you being a sweetie. VTuber things Skyrox in with all the thirsty nerds, but like a rising tide lifts all boats. Wow, God. A rising tide lifts all boats. Jesus. So yeah, I guess there's a little bit of history for you. There we go. YouTube thing kind of rised in COVID time, I think. Yeah, that was when it sort of like reached its peak. Or that was when it like became more mainstream, I should say. Because streaming as a thing just became more popular during the pandemic as well. Because go figure, people didn't have a lot to do. I will say there is a small part of me in the past that has had, you know, when you have like shower thoughts and stuff, that kind of regrets that I didn't stream more during the pandemic, considering that streaming is now my job. Because at the time it wasn't. It was a hobby, and I still had my actual job, but there were days where my actual job were like, you know, oh, you know, don't come in, and all this and all that, because pandemic. But I did not deal with the pandemic very well mentally. So I could not bring my... The thought didn't even occur to me to stream because I was not mentally there. Oh, Jason, tell me what you're chasing, because the night'll never give you what you want. Oh, Jason, and if you can't escape it, I hope you find whatever you've been looking for. So people wanted to stream, but they wanted to keep their identity. Yeah, basically. Yeah. I think that because, and let's say this, like, due to people like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye as well on, like, YouTube, I think people felt like there was a big insistence on you have to have some kind of face cam on screen to, like, keep people engaged. But people wanted that anonymity, which VTubing provided. Tell me what you're chasing, because the night'll never give you what you want. Oh, Jason, if you can't escape it, I hope you find whatever you've been looking for. Keep on running. Keep on running. A certain YouTuber using iPhone trace tracking inspired people. This is true. People realizing that they could use iPhones for the high fidelity face tracking. Also, it was like a cumulative thing. Right now, I really wish I had bought that Pocket Pick set where I was looking at Pocket Pick set. I'll put it on the list of things after date. Face Rig, progenitor of VTubers. Yes, Face Rig as well. I own Face Rig. Go figure that I don't use it anymore. I'm using PC Face. Yes, Face Rig was a thing. I remember during the pandemic actually having like an evening of laughing with my friends because I was trying out some of the face rig models. And I was like, look, there's a dragon! You could use it for D&D! It's funny how VC face is like kind of the standard now. I actually don't know anybody who uses face rig. I'm sure there's loads of people who do. And then ironically, I think Nemo uses face rig. But I use VC face now. A lockpick set. I bought one of those for Spook. And again, and I think it was a pandemic thing. He was watching a lockpick guy on YouTube, and finding gift ideas is always hard for Spook because he often doesn't want for anything, which is, I suppose, a nice thing. So I bought him a lockpick set. I think I'm gonna go back and put black back into this, which again is gonna further desaturate it, but like a tiny bit, a little bit. Do this bit by bit. Ooh, thank you for telling me to drink water. Yeah. Also, guys, I think I talked about this very minutely. I have decided that I'm not going to leave the stream up for lunch anymore. I'm not going to leave the stream up for lunch anymore. The time will still be the same. The time will still be the same. So I'm still gonna have the same stream schedule. I'm just not gonna take the stream down. I suppose you could say it was a test, but it's a test that didn't really pan out. Put a bit more red in there. What you want for birthday, Christmas? Me, I'm good. Yeah. I'm easy to buy for. I'm a material girl. I like to have things. I just don't like to ask for them. What I want right now is time. That's the real. Is that too real for people? What I want right now is time. That is too much red, but actually maybe I do like the idea of her having a red scarf. Yeah. And a pheasant! I do not necessarily want a shiny and pheasant. This is Blue saying we have to aggressively ask for what she wants. No, don't buy me stuff! Ah! I don't know how to process people being nice to me! Interesting, that has not come out very red at all now that I've, like, put it on the model. Yo, shout out to Calamity. Calamity sung this at the karaoke and it was really good. Sorry, I'm very bad at remembering camera. That's spatial awareness is not good. We have to buy a different bucket full of hobby paints. I have paints! Paints is the one thing I don't need. I think the last thing PCG said for me was fog. That was a while ago, cool. We had yeah. Fog was the last one, so that was like 15-20 minutes ago. It's a fiddly angle to get into. Yep, I got red all over her hand trying to get into there. I put things on the throne, but I do so begrudgingly. Now she has blood on her hands, yep. You're always suspicious of an old woman in D&D. But sometimes they might be friends, you don't know that. My cousin Squeak Treat Takers says the only way to make Blue happy is through excessive violent gift giving. No! No, you do not need to do that! I'm very happy just to have people here. Again, we literally talked about this, I think, during the birthday stream, of like, it might not be a healthy way of thinking, but I get happy when I make other people happy. Which is why streaming has been so good for me. Just like, I like having people here and people having a good time. I'm gonna go back to this tan, because she's got like a little bag on her hip. Wait, Hope, what have you done? Wait, Hope, what have you done? No! Uh-oh.
Let the people love you, you silly sausage. Lebel 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 lebel.
Level.
Tilda sent via throne.com.
Thank you! Thank you for the money towards my chips. Kettle chips are good. Thank you, Rhoda. You're so sweet. Thank you for the money for the chips. I'm glad the notification worked, because it's like a 50-50% chance that the notification works for some reason. Thank you for being so nice, and thank you for the bit, Stan. I love you. Credit card trick for the fucking win. Oh my god, Core. Core successfully broke into his own house. I'd put more in, but if he's releasing a new airsoft gun machine off Stain, I'm buying it so I can get. You don't have to get me stuff, Rodin! Thank you so much! You don't have to apologize that you're not giving me money. That's not how this works. Ah!
Please take a seat.
Never really done this before.
That's okay. Just tell me the first thing that
That's
comes
not
to
what I'm saying at all.
Orphans dressed in monocles with tiny top hats that cover up their blowholes. Clouds with faces.
Since the door isn't exactly locked, it's pretty easy to unlock. Be careful. Yeah, we have a... Because we live in a nice area, but we also live in England, so if you have your own house, it's like, cool, deadbolt that shit. Fun fact, I once deadbolted Spook Out the House once. I don't know why. I literally, he got home and he couldn't unlock the door with his own key because I had the bolt. And he kept ringing the doorbell, and I was sat here and I was like, why is Spook ringing the doorbell? Just let himself in. I went downstairs and I looked at the door and I just stared at the bolt across and I literally went, why did I do that? And I opened it for him. I was like, and he was like, why did you bolt the door? And I was like, I don't know why I bolted the door. You're so malicious. No! Don't bully me! You should look at Steam. I've also got a bunch of Discord notifications. Reminder that I actually can't see my computer when I'm doing this. What is happening? I'm under attack.
Shush Blue, and accept our kindness. You are an awesome person after all. Let us love you. Tilda sent via throne.com.
Oh, thank you. You guys are too nice. Thank you, Hope. Please. I wish the TTS would tell me who sent the message. I have precise proof of the process of making it. Why are you all so nice? I can't stand it. Ooh, hold that thought, Rosa. I'll be right back. Hold that thought. Hold. You holding? I've still got this. I've still got this. I've still got this. I got given a bracelet many years ago. And I still have it. Yes, really! Yes, really! It was downstairs in the living room, but yes, really, I still have it. I barely remember that. Fun fact, I'm a sentimental bitch. I'm a sentimental bitch. I'm also a hoarder. So yes, I still have this. I'm gonna put it back where it was. It's in. I keep it in the living room. Like I don't wear it because I don't want it to get like damaged. But it's like part of a. It sits in the living room, over the shoulders of a plushie. Putting it back. Wow. Well. Yeah. I'm not gonna fish it out because nobody's here that would remember. It would have to be Das who would have to be here. But that had paint on it. In at I-49, I believe it was Caitlin gave out some necklaces that were little bits of circuit board. I've still got mine. It's just a little square of circuit board on a little bit of elastic. I've still got mine. That sounds weirdly familiar, I don't know why. Well, you were at I-49, weren't you? I was probably wearing it. Because she gave them out and then I would have put it round my neck. Proposal to rename the colour of blue's avatar to malicious blue. I am not malicious, how dare you? How dare you? Not yet in your circle. No, I don't think you were, because like that was like the first sort of proper time that we'd met. Okay, I won't go get it. It's just a piece of circuit board on elastic, but yes. And I don't think it's been so long that I actually don't remember, but I still have it. I believe Kate was the one who gave them out, but I don't think Kate made them. I think someone else in the community who couldn't come to I-49 made them and gave them to Caitlin to give out. But I've still got mine. And yeah, this is why I'm so upset that I can't find my I-49 hoodie. I'm like, every once in a while I get upset that I don't have it anymore. I don't know where it is, I don't know where it went. And again, I finger point, but my mum raises her hands and is like, I did not throw it away. And I'm just like, okay, cool. I kind of don't believe you. But she insists she did not. And I'm like, cool. Who knows where that went? Because I sure as heck wasn't going to get rid of it. I still have the butterfly keyring from Coxcon. So do I! In fact, it's on a bag in the other room that is under the bed, so I'm going to have... It would take me too long to fish out, but yes, I still have it. I still have the keyring. I still have the red lanyard that says free hugs on it. Before they even had their own custom lanyards. It's on my old set of keys. Yeah, mine's on a bag. I took the bag with me to Confuzzled. Okay, now I've got to go get it. That I've got to go get. That's a piece of history. That's a relic. ancient backpack. So I've got the ancient wood one. And then we've got the plastic ones. And then I've also got, not on this backpack, the one that's like this size. The other one that's like this size. That's it, that has a big butterfly on it. That's on a separate one. With the silver backing, yeah. That's the one, Rosa. That's on a separate one. That one I've put away because that one's in a different place because that one's got like more value, if you get me. Because it's from the first one. Hello, darling. You want lunch? We're just talking about the fact that I'm a sentimental bitch who hangs on to stuff like this. Where? Yeah, I've got the big silver one as well. That one's in the like memory box loft. That's why she hangs on to me. I told them about the time that my mom threw some of my stuff away and how you went and grabbed the bin bag and like fished it back out. Because you're a sweetie and I love you. Yeah, the silver one from the first one is in the memory box for safekeeping because it is a special one. Don't tell them that, it makes me sound cringe. No! Everybody thought it was really sweet! They called you a Giga Chad. There are plenty of other things that make you sound cringe, that's not one of them. Oh. I'm trying to... I've got a secondary scarf here, I'm trying to work out what I want to paint it. Be like a yellow? Greenish yellow? I'm trying to think of the... I'm literally thinking of the colour wheel. We've got purple and red. So I think yellow. It's kind of golden though. Magnolia! We could go for Magnolia. Oh yeah, Core got locked out of his house and broke back into it. That's also a thing that happened. I feel like the camera... Even though it's like almost the end of the stream, I feel like the camera focuses. I think the focus must reset every time I plug it in. Is our Cheeto dog, by the way. He's got some stone. He's standing on some stone now. I think the dog itself is done, I just need to paint up the base. So I've put some of the, stone. I'll come up north and kick you in the greens. No! Apparently I'm doing well at my new job, surprisingly. I don't find that surprising. I don't find that surprising at all. Off work as of an hour ago because of pain bad. Oh, I'm sorry, Rosa. Ah. Vibro sucks. Same shit, different depot. Yeah. Spook essentially has the same job, he's just moved to a different warehouse which is closer to home. Which means he doesn't have to drive for like an hour and a half every day. Which is obviously nicer. And better on the fuel. Still needs a lot of work. She needs like we got base colors down basically. We need to do shading and all that jazz. But I'm probably gonna have to let them dry. Wow. Wants to rule so the dog's looking good. Did I show you the new stands, by the way, hon? Dad 3D printed some new mini stands. It's pretty neat. Because he's clever like that. Hope, thank you for gifting a sub to Spook. Aha, my plan worked. Calculated. How's the I don't need a sub, I'm here in person thing going? Mm-hmm. You'd assume moderators wouldn't get ads. No. Twitch isn't kind like that. Back in the day, when you got affiliate, you were allowed to give out 2 permanent subs. And I gave one to Spook. And then Twitch removed that, and I think only partners get it now. Affiliates don't get it anymore. So it's Twitch's fault. Well, it's probably Amazon's fault. Jeffrey Bezos. You did it!
my bags last night, pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m.
Oh my god, the chat's moving so fast.
And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then.
I've lost complete control of my chat.
Miss the earth so much, I miss my wife. It's lonely out in space on such a timeless flight. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, 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 I'm a rocket man. Rocket man.
I think I'm gonna leave them to dry to work on tomorrow. And I'm gonna go have lunch. It's 20 past 1. So I should go have a sandwich. Wow. So, as I said earlier, decided not to leave stream up during lunch anymore. So I will see you in a couple hours. I'm gonna go have lunch and go for a walk, get some fresh air, do the whole looking after yourself kind of thing. And I will see you later. We're gonna be carrying on editing the highlights video. Wow. So I hope to see you all then. Enjoy the rest of your lunch, darling. I'll see you when you get home in the notes. And thank you everyone for being so nice, and thank you for all the gifts. You're all very sweet. Thank you so much, everyone. You're gonna end up getting some kettle chips soon, apparently. People just... I don't know why the kettle chips is the one that everybody's going for, but that's very funny. Yeah. So I will see you guys. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.